Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi says he's distraught over the number of learner deaths that have occurred within the province since the start of the academic year. This morning, he visited Ferndale High School in Randburg, north of Johannesburg, where a grade 10 learner died on Tuesday. 16-year-old Kelebogile Molopyane fell from the second floor outside his classroom after having an epileptic seizure. Earlier, Lesufi briefed the media, and we apologise for the poor sound quality.
I've run out of words to comfort the school and to comfort families. Here am I again, not visiting a school to check the academic progress, not visiting the school to determine whether the teachers are teaching, not here to check if learners are doing well or not, but to prepare the school to accept death, and also to prepare learners to accept death, and to also come and pick up a soul that was supposed to be a professional person in life, but now we have to prepare that soul to go to a gravesite. It's becoming difficult for all of us. We are now counting body bags instead of counting mathematics, and then instead of attending to issues that will make us to be a Department of Education. We're just calling for this bad omen to come to an end. If there was something or message that this bad omen wanted to convey to us, even if we don't know, we now accept that message has arrived. We can't lose learners the way we are losing them. We can't even explain how to accept death, because since the beginning of this academic year, literally every week, we've been collecting souls, visiting families, comforting schools, and ensuring that our learners accept death as part of life. Yes, it's part of life, but we don't think that it's age appropriate now to speak about death rather than to speak about education. The school gave me a full report of what happened. They've indicated that it was after the second period, just around 9:30, isn't it? Yeah, just around 9:30. They indicated that the learner looked sickly. Actually was sick, he was coming back yesterday. And on the basis of changing of periods, they leave the classroom per rows. And then he was on the second row. And then when he left, when the teacher was concentrating on the third row, the teacher heard screams from learners, and the principal was also around. They knew those screams were not ordinary screams of learners playing, that this was unique. And unfortunately, when they arrived on the scene, the learner fell, and they called paramedics and everyone, and the family as well. And the learner was taken and rushed to hospital, where he unfortunately left us. It's difficult, it is as if it's a message that is directed to me personally, because the name of my daughter is Kelebogile, and the learner that passed on here, the name is Kelebogile as well. So it's like it's reaching at home to me now, if we have a person that is also named after my daughter that can pass on. So we discussed everything with the school. They will prepare a memorial service for this Friday. My intention was to visit the family. Unfortunately, the family indicated that they're moving to prepare everything around Tswane. So I couldn't be in a position to visit them. Hopefully I can see them at the memorial service, but I've asked the school to make contact with the family. We are providing psychosocial services to staff members and to the learners. You can see it's still fresh. You can see the way the principal is. You can see the way learners are, the educators. So our team is here. We'll continue to provide those kind of services until we are sure that we've attended to what we can attend. We are overstretched as well with resources now. On Friday, I have to go to the family of the learner that jumped out of the taxi together with MEC of transport, so that we can also go and give support there. So we're spending time consoling families rather than spending time supporting families for their children to progress in terms of academic work. But as I said, I'm just hopeful that this omen can come to an end. I'm just saying this dark cloud must just clear now. There can't be a permanent dark cloud hovering over us for this long period. So we are calling on the churches to pray for us. We are calling on traditional leaders to be with us. We are calling on ordinary South Africans to be with us, because indeed in the history of the department I've never gone through this kind of a situation. And I'm crossing my fingers that the roses that I'm seeing here, this is the last time that I must come and see a scene like this. I'm hopeful now that whoever that has released this bad spell to us, we've responded to say, whatever you wanted, take it. We've had enough. We've had enough. We can't challenge your authority. We're just sending ourselves over to whoever, because you can't have this kind of a situation literally within a week to lose almost 8 learners. I mean, it's just too much. And to the families of these learners, they must just count on our support. We'll be there with them. We've released all our district officials and all our psychosocial teams. We've released all of them to go to all these families. As I said, I'll visit the other family, the Ramaphosa Informal Settlement, also on Friday. Because there we need the police to track. If there is a Kumbi, it must be tracked. There's a driver there, there's a registration number, there's a route. We can't allow it to go unnoticed, and we accept it as business as usual.